Okay, so tonight's equation, or tonight's video is going to be on equations called next now equations, and they sort of go with basically what we've been doing with arithmetic and geometric sequences, but we're going to put it into this next now form. So basically, we're going to look at this sequence here, and we can see, let's see, that 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 plus 5 would give me 19. 19 plus 5, that's way, I don't know, my thingy is off. Alright, so we're adding 5. So it can automatically return this as an arithmetic sequence. But I want to put it what's called in the next now equation. So we have next equals now. Okay? So basically, what I want to do is, what I have now, oh, this is way off. Ugh, sorry. What I have now, so what I have now is 24. To figure out whatever this next term is, I know that I'm going to add 5. Ugh, still way off, sorry. Add 5. So my equation is going to be to get the next, number, I'm going to take what I have now. Oh, goodness gracious. To find out the next, I'm going to take what I have now, which would, in this case is 24, and I'm going to add 5. Sorry, it's all messed up. Okay, and that's it. That's the equation. So basically, a next now is whatever you would get next. So the next term in the sequence, I would take what I have now, and in this case, I would add 5 to what I have now. And then that would be it. So if I added 5 to 24, I get 29. That's the next number, right? So it's really straightforward and easy here. So let's look at an example here. Here it says, at the beginning of the school year, Jason's dad gave him $50 to put into his lunch account. Jason spends $2 each day on his lunch. Which recursive formula models the amount of money he has in his account? So we want, what they're asking for is a next now equation. So I know right now he started with $50, right? And then each day is going to put in $2. So then this would be 52, and this would be 54, and on and on and on. Okay? So to get the next number, I take what I have now, which in this case is my 54, and I add 2 to it because it's $2 each day. So that's it. That's the next now equation. I take what I have now, and in this case I have the 54 now, and I'm adding 2 to it each time. Okay? And so that's it. It's that simple. And there's lots of these on your state test. Isn't that exciting? All right, the sequence below shows the number of cells in a sample at the end of 4 hours. So we have to find the recursive formula for this sentence, which they want the next now. So if I look at this is adding 6, and then 12 plus 6 is 18. So that's not it. So it's not arithmetic. So now I say, okay, well, it must be geometric. So 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 2 is 24. 24 times 2 is 48. So I know it's geometric. So the same thing goes here with my next now. To get the next answer, I take my now, and what am I doing? I am multiplying it by 2, right? So I just put, I'll try to use this thing again. See if I can put a little dot in there. Nope. Nope. Times. It's not working out very well. Ugh. All right, I wanted to use a dot, but the dot's not working. Having technical difficulties. Maybe we can do a shape. We'll do times, and then we'll fill it in with buck. Oops. I know, I'm making this really complicated. So now times, and I'm going to go freehand, here it goes, 2. And that's the next now equation for this. To get the next answer, which would be this one, I would take what I have now, which is 48, and I times it by 2, and that would give me 96. Yeah. Okay. So, I wanted to look at this one because this one's a little bit challenging. So this one gives us the recursive formula for a sequence is shown below. So we have next equals 5 times the now starting at 9. Now this wants you to find the explicit formula for that. So looking at this, there's a time, so that tells me it's geometric, right? So I'm taking whatever is now and timesing by 5. Well, my geometric equation is g sub n equals g sub 1 times the r to the n minus 1, okay? So if I'm timesing by 2 each time, they're telling me the r, so I know r is 5, right? They told me I start at 9, so now I know g sub 1. That's 9. So I have the n minus 1. So now I'm back to Monday night's video on finding explicit equations. I have to distribute this to each one. So I'll have 9 times 5 to the n times 5 to the negative 1, right? And then I know that becomes 9. I'll put my 5 to the n over here out of the way. Times 9 times 5 to the negative 1 is 1/5, right? So multiply these two because they're like terms. So that's going to give me 9/5 times 5 to the n power. So I have g sub n equals 9/5 times 5 to the n power. So I look over here, that's not it. That's arithmetic because there's a plus. These have the 5 to the n. That's a 9, that's 1.8. So none of it matches that. So I think I will get my calculator out and I'll see what 9 divided by 5 is. Oh, 1.8. So this must be my answer, 1.8 times 5 to the n. Okay, so I'm going to have you try a few. I want you to do this one. This is your sequence. Which next now question goes with that. Again, here is another sequence and match up the next now with that one. And then here's your last one. What next now goes with this sequence? Not bad, 8 minutes.